While researching a topic, a student has taken the following note. The Royal Alcazar of Seville is a historic royal palace in Andalusia, Spain. So I will just mention the historic royal palace, and this palace is famous for its intricate tile work. I will highlight that. The palace features a majolica and arista tiles. Okay, so there are two kinds of tiles. In majolica style, the designs are painted directly on the ceramic tiles. So ceramic tiles for majolica style. In arista style, designs are stamped on into the ceramic tiles. So in fact, I should say more about directly on, and then stamped into. So even without reading the question, I already know that we start with something more broad, historical royal palace, and then we delve into what's famous for, and it turns out it's an intricate tile work, and then there are two kinds. So in this palace, the palace contains intricate tile work. Intricate means like very delicate, intricate tile work. And then from that we diverge into two categories, majolica and arista tile. There are two kinds of tiles, and last two sentences describe the comparison, or more like contrast, because this is directly on, so I'm going to highlight that. Majolica is more about directly on the ceramic tile, and the other designs are stamped into. Okay, now let's read the question. The student wants to contrast two styles of tiles. I already analyzed before the question asked, so we can see that in the second, third, and fourth line describe those contrasts. So which choice most effectively use the relevant information from the notes to accomplish this goal? Yes, we need to choose to contrast. Now just looking here, I know the keyword whereas is a transition word for contrast. So whereas, it's like on the other hand. So let's just go to choice A then, and we'll come back to C. Tiles in the majolica and arista styles can be found in the Royal Alcazar. Good to know. We just talked about in the first sentence where we find these majolica and arista styles, where you can kind of connect it through the second sentence, right? How these two are part of this historical royal palace. So this A is relevant to line 1 and 2, or bullet point or lines 1 and 2. So we need to go to line 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. The featuring tiles in majolica and arista styles, the Royal Alcazar of Seville in Spain is famous for its intricate work. I highlighted earlier. This is still line 2. Okay. You want to contrast? Again, we gotta focus on line 3 and 4. Okay, so B is out. Looks like my writing is bad here, so let me write more. Let me write it neatly. So line 2. C, in the arista style, designs are stamped into the ceramic tiles. That's what the line 4 is about. Whereas in majolica style, the designs are painted directly on them, and that's line 3. So because we mentioned line 3 and 4, C is the correct answer. Choice D, among the famous tile work of Royal Alcazar of Seville are majolica style tiles made by painting directly on. Okay, so it did not contrast, it's missing contrast because it's not mentioning the arista style. Where is arista style? In other words, it's missing line 4. Okay, so just because it mentioned line 3 doesn't mean it answered the question to contrast the two styles of tiles. So the correct answer should be C.